Hey guys, welcome back to Easeldoesitstudio. So as you can see, we have got something different out. So what I'm going to do is, hang on here, I just got my resin out, but I haven't scraped my paddle yet. Figured I'd get my resin all mixed up, and that would help the speed up the process a little bit. All right, so all right, so I'm just going to set this into the container that it comes in and let that drip. All right, so I have pulled out these little bats. So I am going to make a bowl for Halloween. So I'm going to put the bats in. I'm maybe going to put the spider in. I'm going to make 2 of these. I will have to make a 3rd one. So what I'm going to do is once these are cured, I'm going to pour these in black, and then I'm going to bling them out with my rhinestones. So I'm going to have 2 go like this, and then the other one is going to go here. So it's going to give us the 3 skull heads that our bowl is going to sit on. So that's going to be the base of our bowl. So that's my plan. Whether I can bring this to fruition is another thing. So this bowl takes 14 ounces. And I am going to mix this in like a purpley color. It does have some glitter on it, which I'm trying to get off. So I might just put a little bit of glitter in my mix, and that way I don't have to worry about all of the little glitter in there. All right. So and I do have my my Resiners curing machine over here to the side, because guys, if you don't have this, you really should take advantage of my discount code and get yourself one. This works for regular epoxy, fast cure, deep pour. I mean, it's amazing. So I'm just going to set that aside because I am going to put that, remove the cover off. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to pour it right on, right on like that. And that way I can just put my cover on. So the first thing I'm going to do is I made 8 ounces of black. I don't remember how much these take, but I'm like, it can't take more than 4, I don't believe. So let's get one sprayed, and we're going to get this one poured. So hopefully this will look pretty awesome, but yet something different. All right, so let me see. So we're at just under 5 ounces. So it takes like 3.5 per. So we're going to have some leftover black. Not that big of a deal. All right, let me just double check my placement, because that way if I put them in the back, make sure they're not, yeah, that'll work. Okay. So we'll get this one poured. And then we will get this colored and get this run through the, I don't know, I'll see how many bubbles are in there. So we do have some black left. All right, let me grab some purple alcohol ink. And I know purple is like that color that you never know if it's going to be a true purple or not. So this is the Let's Resin alcohol inks in 48 colors. I also have a discount code for the Let's Resin in the description below. All right, so this says purple, but I'm gonna, let's see. I might, because I want the bats to show, so I want this color to be translucent, but I also, let's see, magenta, cranberry, midnight blue. All right, maybe we're going to do a dark indigo, which is kind of like a purple blue, just because I don't want it to be a funky color. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour some resin, and then I'm going to start getting my bats in there. And I also have some like little glitter that I might sprinkle in. I'm just gonna, because that's quite a bit in there, so I am going to see what we get for this color. So I ran this through the Let's Resin mixer where you have to keep hitting the button. All right, so this looks really dark in here. Hopefully it's not that dark in the bowl, because I want the bats to show through. All right, let's put, instead of using a glitter, why don't we try one of the Marabou alcohol inks in the violet blue green. And that way, if there is, you know, because there's still a little bit of glitter in there, this will kind of help hide it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour some into a small cup so we can start getting our bats in, and then I'm going to pop this in the debubbler. And that way, that little bit should degas really good on its own. And we're just going to pop this in the debubbler. Okay. So I know I'm going to have to mess with the bats because I have to put them upside down. So, now I had the other bowl was a little bit bigger, but it had ribs in it, and trying to put, the bats in there, I didn't think it was going to show up as good, so I ended up using this bowl, which is not a big deal because I can, you know, refill it, or I can just use it for our own personal use. Okay, so that I think is going to be a good purple color. And I do just want to get this down my sides. Like that. Okay. I'm going to get a clean paper towel because these bats look like they have something on it, and I want to make sure that because there's a shiny side and a dull side. You know what? I'm going to put the dull side on the outside just because the texture is like pristine, whereas this looks like it has scratches. But I got to put it so that the heads are facing downward. And then it's to try and get these so they're somewhat spaced, you know, evenly. And I've had some red glitter on the back. All right, so that one, the thing ends here. Let's try this one, like right there. All right, so I got the one bat in there and the one bat in here. And now this one should be spaced right in about here. That one's too close that way. All right, so that one's touching. Okay, there's much more of a gap here. Let me take my stick and we're just gonna slide this bugger. All right, so there's like a thumbprint. It's a thumbprint, a little over a thumbprint. So they're not quite, you know, positioned to be exactly spaced out, but all right, I just dropped this guy on the floor, so I'm gonna spray him. Just to make sure I got no hairs or anything on there. Let's see, and I'm hoping and praying that he stays down and not floats. All right. I'm also going to get my I've got spiders, little witches' hats, and bats. So let's put a few spiders. Now, I don't know if these are gonna sink or not. They probably will. But I don't know. We're gonna just put some in and we'll see what happens. That one's got 2. Oh well. And okay. And let's do some of the witches' hats. Whoa. Yep, let's have some witches' hats. Well, I guess I will just pick them up from here and then put them back in the bottle after I demold everything. Because, you know, I'm not just gonna sit here and pick up hats. And I do want to try to get some down the sides, but I want to wait until we get a little bit more resin in there. And okay, let's just kind of see what's going to happen. Are they going to slide down or not? Now I thought about doing the glue trick, but you know, I'm not putting a ton of these in, so and I do want to put some going down the sides, especially where we don't have a bat, you know, like in these hollow spaces. I don't know, I thought it would just make for a cute little bowl. All right. So our other resin is ready. So hopefully we can get this so that it works and it stays, you know, kind of where I want it to be, not where it wants to go. All right. So we're gonna I'm just gonna pour around the top and kind of let it work its way down the sides. So there are some going down the side, which, you know, is fine. Trying to pop any bubbles that I can see. And I want him to stay in the bottom of the bowl, not slide down. All right, let's kind of drop a few down these like little hollowed areas, because these probably will like sink to the bottom, I'm thinking. Get down there. All right, so we need some in this little area over here. So I'll try to get a few placed, and then I'll turn the bowl around to see where we think we need some more. Try to separate these little buggers. I just thought this would be kind of a cool little concept for a bowl, you know, just to even keep on your counter for candy or whatever. So I think I've decided, and tonight is going to be the night that I'm going to put my Halloween tree up. I know. Don't be screaming at me. I know it's still August, but when I do something, I like to enjoy it. All right. So let me get this scraped out, and then we can work on placing our spiders and hats. All right. That's a little unmixed ink, and I don't really even care. All right, I'll wipe my spatula here. And so I've got some I can see here. So I'm gonna slowly turn this. And let's see. I'm gonna put a few spideys down in here. And a couple of hats. And they kind of look like they're staying right where I'm putting them. So that's kind of cool. All right, so we have some there. Whoa. No. All right. Just move these closer to the edge so I don't have a catastrophe. All right, so this is the area that I wasn't able to see because it was over there. So we're gonna put a few of these down. And then we're just gonna pop some of these on the bottom. Just trying to make sure those are underneath the resin so they don't cure sticking up. All right, I think that's good with that. I think I am just gonna put a few of the little bats in some of these little areas. And I'm just trying to, all right, I want him back up this way. All right. Now, hopefully they do not all move on me. So we are going to set this on, actually I am going to take these out because I'm afraid they're going to fly around with the blower in here. So let's just try and get most of these kind of sucked up on this tape. All right, I'm gonna set that over there. One more little piece. And we should be good. So once I demold the two skulls, I will have to make one more. Okay. Got those all picked up. All right. So now I'm going to move these back in. All right, so they look like they're kind of staying, hopefully. All right. Let me get my cover. Oh, wait, I got to do something with and do another small skull. I mean, if I... All right. So I know if I make up another 8 ounces of this, and this was the pre-made Let's Resin Black, then because I'm almost thinking this could maybe be a handle. I will just have to see how it looks once we try to assemble it. All right. And I know we don't have enough for another big one. Maybe we have enough for this little baby one. So these are the Let's Resin molds as well, guys. So, all right. Okay. Just get these domed. All right, so 8 ounces made, 2 medium, a small, and an extra small. All right, let me get my spatula wiped off here. Get a clean paper towel. And I'm just spraying that down. Give them all a spritz. Okay. Let me get my glove off. Both of them. All right, so we are going to put this on here. Make sure it's not touching anywhere. All right, so we're going to put it on the tall setting. Remember, this has a light. Hit it one more time. I don't know if you can see the light blinking. And then we're going to hit the temperature, and we're going to rise it to the 140. And we're going to just keep it on the 2 hours. And then in 2 hours, we can come back and just kind of trying to wipe that off. Don't want my machine to get dirty. And then we'll come back, we'll unmold those. I'll mix up probably 6.5, 7 ounces of resin. We'll make the other skull, and then we will put this piece together. I did want to say I got Happy Mail, and I got it yesterday. So I did mention it on my live, but I didn't show it. And this is from Terry Ryan. Thank you so much, Terry. So these are, they're moisturizing gloves. They're 2 pairs, flexible, durable, ideal for dry hands, home spa experience. You get a pink and a beige. And she's like, I hope you enjoy your gift. I hope these gloves help with your hands. I have not used them. Thought you could give them a try, from Terry Ryan. Thank you so much, Terry. I wanted to try them last night, and when I got all the way upstairs, I realized that I hadn't grabbed them, and I was honestly just too lazy to come back down 2 flights of stairs. but I'm bringing these up with me now. So I had to research them a little bit because I wasn't sure exactly what they do. So from what I've read is you clean your hands, you put moisturizer on your hands, and you put this on. And these will help moisturize your hands, you know, without getting the goop or whatever you've got on your hands all over the place. So you leave them on, like, I think it said 25 minutes, but I'll just put them on when I'm watching a show. And then you take them off, you put them inside out, you rinse them, you know, clean off whatever you had, and let them dry like that. And that's why there's 2 pairs. And it says to use this 2 to 3 times a week. So I am definitely going to be using these because I haven't done resin for a few days, and I've only got that one spot that is broken out and is really painful. So thank you so much, Terry. At this point, I'm willing to try anything for my hands if it's going to help them. So I'm actually going to bring both pair upstairs with me so that I have them so I don't forget them. And I do keep all of my Happy Meal gift tags. I don't always maybe remember who got me what, but I do keep the tags. So I did want to share that with you. And then I wanted to let you guys know I did buy a new glue gun. So I do have that for an upcoming project that I'm going to be working on. And I also got these. They're deep hole, long nib markers. So you know how like sometimes you're trying to reach into some place and you can't quite reach in the spot? So you get 6 colors. You get 2 of each. You get 2 black, 2 brown, 2 green, 2 red, 2 yellow, and 2 white. But look at the tips, guys. They're nice and fine, and they're long. And they write really, really easy. So we will be using these in an upcoming video, I am sure. If I can hang on to them. Alrighty, guys, so I will see you when it is time for demold. Okay, guys, so this is all cured. It is actually the next day. So what I did is when this was done, I came down and I just demolded my skulls. So these were those 2, and these were the 2 bigger ones. So I added the rhinestones just to get a jump start, and then I just poured these in black. So I didn't bother recording that because you guys already know how to pour resin, and you've seen me pour the black. So this way I figured I could get it done, and then we could try to assemble this bowl. So that's the one skull. I do have a little cleanup. So I did get my Halloween tree. I did put it up last night, and it looks amazing. So I will try and get you some images at the end of this video. So stay tuned till the end and you'll see that. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to get these out. They're easy. They're just, you just need some muscles behind it. A little. This is the little one. And my thumb split. I did use my gloves last night. I left them on for 45 minutes. My hands did feel really smooth and soft when I took them off. So I'm probably going to do them like every night for a couple of days just to see if it does make a difference. So, and that's our little one. All right, so now this is the main event. So one thing I did notice is a little bit of the wing popped up, but it is still embedded. So I'm not too worried about that. And we did get a few micro bubbles on the side, even though I ran this through the debubbler. But it's fine. It just gives a little bit more spookiness. Or eeriness, I should say. Fix my mold. Okay, are we ready to see? Oh, that came out so cool. Everything stayed. These ones on the side did kind of float down to the rim, but that's okay. That's cool. All right, so this is my thought. Originally, I was thinking three skulls, like that, for our bowl. So it would make it like a pedestal. And then I was thinking after, I'm like, could we put the small ones on and make it so it's like a handle? That might be kind of cool. The big ones would definitely be too big. But I don't know, the little ones are kind of cool. So either that or we'll put them like on the rim. Just to give a little bit more spookiness. Oh, maybe we can do something like that. Just move this so you can see. So, something like that. So, let's see what 4, I don't know how 4 would look. No, it's got to be 3. Okay. Because, yeah, it sits more flat that way. All right, so let me get this one done. I'll do this one on camera with you so that you can see what I did. So I used 2 different size stones. And I used my B7000. So I'm going to do the teeth first. And I'll do just a little bit more than halfway. And I used the little ones because I knew it would be a little bit easier to put them on. And some glue stuck on there. This one's flipped over. There we go. So I just figured by doing, you know, the other two off camera that you guys, you know, it wouldn't be so boring. But yet I knew I wanted to do one on camera for all the newbies. Now, I thought about maybe doing these in the bigger ones, but I think it looks better with the small because then we still get some of the black, you know, that shows in between, so you can see that it's supposedly the teeth. Come on. Let me try to zoom in so you can kind of see more of what I'm doing. I'm trying to get better with my camera angles here and getting you guys so you can see better. So I do have everything for my, I'm making the puking skeleton for outside. If you guys want me to video me doing that, put that in the comments and I will, you know, I'll figure out how to do it while I'm setting it up so that you guys can watch me, you know, assemble it. I've never done it before. I just saw it and I was like, oh, I want to do that. So I've got the skeleton. I have my fluorescent dye it's shipped, but it won't be here till the end of next week. So, come on. Sometimes these just don't want to cooperate. And then I'll just use my scribe and straighten them out. There. So the bottom is, it's the hardest, just because there's, you know, so many little, it's not hard, but it's littler. And then what I did on the eyes is just kind of put a little bit of this all around one side, like that. And then just stuck these on. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm going to glue my 3 skulls together first before we attach it to the bowl. And I'm going to probably use a combination of glues. So that way I can get it secure enough that I can put the bowl on it. And then we'll and then I'm going to switch back to the little ones to go up the nose. Just like that. So that's all I did. And I almost lost all these stones, guys. For some reason, half of my box was unhooked, and I had little gemstones falling out everywhere. I'm like, oh no. So I'm making sure they're both closed this time. There's one left in there. That's okay. All right, so trying to figure out, so we have 2 points there. There's not a whole lot of spots, so we are gonna, I'm gonna use that, but I'm also going to use some hot glue. All right, let me just move my curing machine out of the way. And Let's try our new glue gun. Because I'm going to use this on the top as well as some of the other glue. Because I want to make sure that it's going to stay. So this came with some glue sticks. And it's supposed to be like an easy trigger. So we'll see. Oh, and it's got a decent sized cord. And it was only like 15 bucks, guys. It was not expensive at all. All right. So I am gonna so that kind of looks like I want it. So once that heats up, what do we have it on? I don't even know if it's on. So I think it has a high and a low on here, but we will see. And it's supposed to be dripless, so I'm hoping it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue, and then we're going to put some of this no, we'll use this, and then we'll use the hot glue to put it onto the top. All right, so I'm trying to figure out where is going to be the best, like, contact point. Right there. And then we're going to give it a spray. Let that drip down so we can get a good bond, and spray that. You can like literally see it bonding. And then I'm going to drop one down in there. I'll let it ooze in there. And then we'll spray it. So now we have our base glued. All right, so now it's trying to get this so that it's kind of centered. I'm wondering if I did it this way. I think I'm going to have to do it the other way because I'm not going to be able to see where to put the glue. because we need to put it on the top part of the head. So I'm going to use E6000 and hot glue. Okay. Let me get my E6000. It's just a glob. And ah. So I'm just putting some weight on that. All right. Do you want to try to pick it up so you can see the, so that's the base underneath. Now, I could put these guys right there, or we could put it like little handles. Let's see if I can get those to balance. You're not cooperating, bud. All right, so I think and I don't want to put it like one there. I think I'm going to put them on the top. I don't know. I kind of like it. Like the bat's down here. I think I kind of like it up on the top like this. And then once it dries, I could always bling them out if I wanted, but I think we're going to go right there. All right, so I'm going to put some E6000. And then we will use some glue too, some hot glue. Just, oh. Just to like help secure them in place. And then I'll have to clean the little stringies up after. Oh, glue everywhere. And there we have our Halloween candy dish. I think it came out pretty good. Minus the micro bubbles. But, yeah. So, that is our video for today, guys. Let me know what you think. And what else we could do with this. I'm really liking adding other pieces to make a bigger piece. So, that's kind of cool. And then what I'll do once everything sets, I'll just put some felt on the bottom of these skulls so that, you know, it doesn't scratch the table or anything like that. So, yeah, I kind of like it. Alrighty, guys, I will get you some final pics, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.